man up, it's game time. Everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up, it's game time. Everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. I said it's game time, so it's time to score.
Another week, another can't miss show. This is Justin Rodriguez checking in with the Varsity 845 Football Show. I'm here, as always, to provide you everything you need to know about Section 9 football. For our feature this week, I traveled to New Paltz to talk with bruising offensive lineman Kyle Roberts. Roberts schooled me on how he dominates opponents in the trenches and answered some questions about himself. This week's game of the week is Middletown vs. Port Jervis in a battle for the Erie Bell. Of course, I will look at some other games, including New Paltz vs. Marlboro for the Section 9 Class B regular season title. But let's start off with a quick look back at last week. Monroe Woodbury defeated rival Newburgh 47-14 to clinch its 7th straight Section 9 Class AA Division I title. And what do you know? Someone who has become a fixture on this show helped lead the way for the Crusaders. Trevor Officer ran for 2 big touchdowns in the first half. So how about a new spot on J-Rod's show? Take it away, Trevor.
I mean, I just felt that I had to do, make up the game that I missed, and we did really well. The defense came up and showed what they had as usual, and the offense played a really good game. They made holes for me, and I got some touchdowns.
Sandwiched in between Officers' touchdowns were 2 scoring runs by quarterback Ryan Spellman. He left the game in the third quarter with an ankle injury, but could go against Roosevelt on Friday. Spellman chimed in about his first win over Newburgh as a starter.
Newburgh's always a good team, so we knew that they were going to play tough, and they did.
In other key games, Warwick beat Minisink Valley 27-10 to clinch a spot in the Class AA playoffs. Walkhill defeated Monticello 29-14 to clinch its first Class A regular season title since 2004. And Livingston Manor Roscoe beat Eldred 12-0 to assure itself a spot in the Class D championship game against Chester. That brings us to this week's feature, breaking it down with bruising New Paltz offensive lineman Kyle Roberts. Roberts, who goes 6 foot, 295 pounds, is one of the top blockers in Section 9. He's getting attention from several Division I AA and Division II schools. New Paltz is usually running behind Roberts with no fear. Roberts shared some secrets to his success with the help of New Paltz coach Tom Tegler. I'm here with New Paltz coach Tom Tegler and offensive lineman Kyle Roberts, and he's going to talk to me a little bit about the tricks of the trade, how he's so dominating inside with the help of Coach Tegler. Kyle, you're lucky today. You might even be able to knock Coach around a little, so how do you feel about that?
Pretty good.
Okay, first thing, Kyle, first down, first play of the game, say you're getting ready to get into the trenches and battle the guy ahead of you. What's going through your mind, and what are you looking for?
I'm looking for, see if the guy's in front of me making eye contact. If he's making eye contact, you can tell he's a little scared. He wants to see where the play's going. I look for the blitz, all that, like make sure that the guy knows who's boss on the line.
Why don't you send a message right into that camera and say a guy's talking a little trash, what you might say back to him?
You're the one on the ground.
Okay, works for me. So let's talk about like when the play starts.
Okay.
Coach, if you want to demonstrate, you're going to be.
I'll do a couple different things. I'll show we'll show a reach block where he's going to reach me to the outside. Ready? So he's in his stance. He's got me as his responsibility is my outside shoulder. So go. That's perfect. Now notice how he gets his inside arm on me. If his outside arm got to me, I'd be able to rip through. I have to now go through his body to get to the play. That's perfect. Good job. Now I'll show you how if he's got to slant down and cover the inside gap. So go. Perfect. Good job. Notice he doesn't step across his body. He steps hard left foot, which is awesome. And then the last one will be he's pulling and he's going to lead the play up towards the camera. So go. Good. Good hips, good open buttons. And then finally he's pass blocking. He's going to PR and pass block me. I'm going to take an outside rush. So go. Perfect. I mean, that is absolutely outstanding. There's not many people at 6 foot 300 that can get in that position. The nice part about it is that he's the most reliable kid on the program. If he goes down, we don't go any further. He is the single one unreplaceable guy on the football team.
Well, you know what? I guess to finish up, Coach, if you want to move aside,
Yes.
I've heard all this about Kyle, how big and strong and tough he is. You know what? We're going to match up right here. Let's see. I want to see what you got. Let's see if you can get through. Okay, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Now it's time for our game of the week. Middletown hosts Port Jervis at 7:30 p.m. Saturday in the team's annual battle for the Erie Bell. Port Jervis and Middletown have met 131 times. Middletown leads this series 68-56-7, but Port Jervis has won 12 of the last 13 seasons. The Red Raiders won last year 28-7 at home. For the Red Raiders, the pressure is on. Port is winless, and no Port team has gone winless in a season since 1946. A win over Middletown would at least be something resembling a silver lining. Port's Chris Doss talked about what a win over Middletown would mean.
That being our first win, if we do win this week, would be a big momentum booster and kind of escalate the meaning of the season, being that we did have a rough start.
Over at Middletown, lineman Ray Goddard talked about beating Port Jervis.
The game is huge. It means a lot to the community, the veterans that already passed, my team now, the upcoming JV freshmen modified to the society. It's just a big game that is very important that everyone feels close to the heart.
I like Middletown in a shootout, but anything can happen in this rivalry, and don't count out Port Jervis. In another big game, New Paltz hosts Marlboro in a battle for the Class B regular season title. Both teams are undefeated, and this game has become more and more anticipated as they racked up wins. J-Rod's pick? I like New Paltz with its many weapons, as long as it plays better than it did in a 14-7 win over Red Hook last week. Well, J-Rod can only drop so much knowledge every week. That's it for this week's show. As always, it was my pleasure. Check back every week for the Varsity 845 football show. Also, check out my Varsity 845 blog. I'm Justin Rodriguez, signing off for Varsity 845.
This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war.
I said it's game time, so it's time to score. If you're not playing to win, then what you playing it for? From the field to the hardwood floor, win some and lose some. Just give it your all, whether it's basket, base, or football. It's all American. It's on when the season's here again. PYP, gotta play your position. Gotta go hard, give it 110. Fans cheering in the stands, yeah, you gotta love it.
This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war. This is 845, Varsity man up. It's game time, everybody stand up. From my town to yours, we ready for sure. From the field to the court, yeah, we ready for war.